UK banks are currently turning away 60 to 70% of business loan applications. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you why that is one of the biggest commercial opportunities in the country right now, and how to build a business around it. Right now, in 2026, UK small businesses are being squeezed from every direction. Tax burdens are at near post-war highs. Interest rates are still punishing. Banks are only approving 30 to 40% of business loan applications. That means 60 to 70% of businesses trying to grow, survive, or simply stay afloat are being turned away. That credit gap is worth over £65 billion every single year, and somebody's getting paid to fill it. That somebody could be you. Commercial finance brokerage is one of the most overlooked and underserved industries in the UK, and the timing has never been better to get in. Think about it. Whether the economy is booming or breaking, businesses always need capital. In a boom, they're expanding. They need loans, development finance, asset purchases, acquisitions. In a downturn, they're fighting to survive. They need bridging, invoice finance, refinancing. Either way, demand never stops. The UK has 5.5 million small businesses. Nearly half of them use external finance every single year. And with only around 2,000 broker firms in the whole country, that's roughly one broker for every 1,000 funding opportunities. This market is not saturated, it is massively underserved, and that is where your opportunity lives. Here's what most people don't realise. Every economic crisis since 2014, Brexit, COVID, the inflation surge, the rate hiking cycle, every single one of those events created a wave of deal flow for brokers who were positioned correctly. When Brexit hit in 2016 and banks pulled back from SME lending, independent brokers stepped in and connected businesses with specialist lenders. When the government shut the economy down in 2020, demand for non-bank capital exploded. When rates hit 5% in 2023 and property deals stalled, bridging and development finance filled the gap, and brokers were right at the centre of it, earning 5- and 6-figure commissions. The banks say no, the brokers say yes, and the brokers get paid every single time. It doesn't matter which way the economy moves. In this business, volatility is your friend. Broker launch exists because the UK commercial finance market has a structural problem that nobody was solving properly. On one side, you have millions of businesses, manufacturers, developers, haulage firms, hotel owners, medical practices, tech startups, all of them needing capital at some point to grow, survive, or seize an opportunity. On the other side, you have hundreds of lenders competing aggressively for that business, the majority of them seeking broker-introduced deals because it's cheaper for them than running their own direct sales operations. In the middle, a massive gap, too few brokers, too little awareness, and the brokers that do exist are mostly tied to networks or franchises that take half their commission, restrict their lender access, and leave them trading under someone else's brand, ultimately owning and controlling nothing. Broker Launch was built to close that gap, not as a franchise, not as a network, as a genuine infrastructure platform, giving independent brokers the lender relationships, the technology, the training, and the lead generation systems they need to compete at the highest level, while keeping full ownership of everything they build. We, the brokers, serve the market that the banks ignore, the 60 to 70% of businesses that get turned away, the developers who need bridging in 6 days, the manufacturer who needs asset finance to fulfill a £10 million contract, the hotel owner who needs to refinance a complex portfolio. These clients exist in enormous numbers, they are ready to pay, and they simply need someone with the right lender relationships to say yes. That is exactly what Broker Launch helps brokers do. And if you're someone who wants to build something genuinely your own, a business that earns what you earn, grows when you grow, and answers to nobody but you, that is exactly what Broker Launch helps brokers do. Let's talk about the money, because this is where commercial finance gets genuinely exciting. A single unsecured business loan of £125,000 pays over £9,000 in commission. A commercial mortgage refinance of £2 million pays nearly £40,000. A development finance deal on an office conversion in London recently paid one of our brokers over £122,000 in a single transaction. In year one, operating solo, after a few weeks of setup, our projections show a gross income of over £144,000. You do 30 deals across 6 finance products, 2 to 3 a month. That's it. In year two, as you bring in a small team of self-employed sales agents, that figure rises to nearly £290,000. By year three, with a team of 18 to 25 brokers in place, the 3-year projected gross income across the program is over £1 million. And if you don't want to scale into a team, you run year one on repeat as a lifestyle business from home, working 20 to 25 hours a week, earning 6 figures. That option is entirely yours to take. Let's look at some of the brokers' completed deals. These aren't projections pulled from thin air. These are real deals completed by real brokers on our platform. A Samsung repair centre in Newcastle needed working capital to fulfill a £10 million contract with Samsung. Our broker sourced a £150,000 facility through Flex in 14 days and earned £7,500. A quarry client in Cornwall needed a Cat D10 dozer to open a new level on their site. The broker arranged £578,000 in asset finance through Close Brothers in 10 days. Commission, £20,250. A private medical client in Kensington needed a bridge on his main residence to expand his London medical practices. The broker completed a deal worth over £1,100,000 through Catalyst in 6 weeks. Commission sat at £34,429, and a London office conversion development funded at nearly £5 million through Shojin and a private investor. 7 weeks to complete, and a commission of over £122,000. These are the kinds of deals that are happening right now, on our network under our broker's own brands. Jacob from BorrowWise opened a high street shopfront within weeks of joining. He had over £20,000 in commissions in the pipeline in week one. He now generates 80 to 100 leads per month. From paid ads, closes deals most weeks, and says for the amount invested it is simply the best deal going. He didn't know David when he started. His partner was skeptical. He went ahead anyway. Martin Linton spent 21 years in policing before coming to us looking for a career change. He left a 5-star review on Trustpilot describing it as a life-changing service and said he has absolutely no hesitation recommending the team. Even when he hit a temporary setback early on, the support was there. He now runs Linton Energy and Finance. Vimal from Titan Funding said David is highly knowledgeable in the sector and very capable at getting a business set up properly. He was straightforward about it. The technology is all there. The core business setup is taken care of, and then it is down to you to do the work of growing it exactly how it should be. Dan Frost from Legacy Global Capital came in skeptical, his words, but he said David helped him with guidance, training and advice on what he should and should not be doing, and that he is looking forward to the future working with the business. And Raoul at Raoul to Finance has built a brokerage that now sponsors a grassroots football club, holds verified 5-star Trustpilot reviews from real clients, and has clients describing them as working all hours to get deals done. 7 brokers, 7 different backgrounds, 1 system, and every single one of them still active and trading. Here's what most franchise and training providers completely miss. They give you the product knowledge, they give you the lender panel, and then they leave you to figure out where the clients come from. We don't do that. We show you exactly how to generate 30 to 60 high quality leads every single month. using 3 methods that consistently outperform everything else in this industry. First, Meta and Instagram paid ads. A £300 monthly spend consistently delivers 30 to 40 leads per month for business loans and 18 to 25 leads for property-style finance. Results can come in within 24 to 48 hours of launch. Second, LinkedIn cold outreach, a systematic approach targeting managing directors in specific sectors and cities of your choice, generates 12 to 20 high-quality leads per month, the kind of leads that come in already knowing what they want. Third, partnerships. Accountants, solicitors, financial advisors. These professionals already have trusted relationships with business owners at the exact moment they need funding. Partner-led referrals deliver the warmest, highest quality, most consistent deal flow you will ever have. It takes time to build, but once it's running, it never stops. We set all of this up with you, and we keep it running with ongoing weekly calls, strategy sessions, and hands-on support for as long as you need it. Before your call, let me quickly address the questions we hear most often. You do not need a finance background. The majority of our licensees had none when they started. You do not need FCA authorization. Commercial finance sits outside consumer credit regulation, which means you can start trading from day one. You do not need an office, and you do not need staff to get going. What you do need is a genuine interest in building something of your own and the willingness to follow a system that has already been proven to work. If that sounds like you, the next step is a conversation. Everything else gets answered on the call. If you've watched this far and something is resonating, if you can see yourself doing this and you're ready to start building a real business that you'll own and control, then here's what to do next. If you haven't already, book a call with our team. On that call, we'll go through your situation, answer any remaining questions, and if we're the right fit for each other, we'll walk you through the next steps to get your business launched. This time next month, you could be running your own commercial finance brokerage, earning fees on deals you never thought possible, under your own brand, on your own terms. The link is below this video. Pick a time that works for you, and we'll speak soon.